Okay, so I'm gonna start with a top knot and how to tie it. I have these boards, they're labeled, they have sizes. You can always use your leg. When I first started, I used my leg. And I would just use like my upper thigh area, like here, and I would tie around that. But because I have the board that has the size, I'm just gonna use it. So this is a toddler board. Just lay the fabric out, kind of get it centered in the board. This piece of fabric's really long. Fabric's not usually this long. So once you get it in the middle, just want to bring both pieces up, make sure they meet. And they do. So then you'll just tie them like you would shoelaces. You just cross them. I don't tie them really tight. And then you want to do what they call score the pieces. So you make sure that they're straight where they come out of the tie. Otherwise, there's a huge knot that sits on your baby's head. So once you score it and they come off in the white side, it's like face down, because the pattern side would be face up. So it's face down. And for the top knot, after you score, you just tie again. So you double knot it. Okay, and you don't tie it really tight, because again, if you tie it really tight, it makes a really big knot that will sit on your baby's head. So then you'll have one piece that's face down, and then you have one piece that's face up. So you'll take the piece that's face up and you'll fold it into thirds like this. So basically you're just hiding the face, the white side. And then I'm going to put it inside of the one that was face down, okay? And then I'm just going to hide that piece with this piece. And then once you have that, you basically just put one piece inside of the other piece. And then you just start twisting. I hold the base while I twist so that it doesn't go crazy. And while you're twisting, you can do this, which will keep it straight. Just the whole time you're twisting, because otherwise it sometimes gets like knots in the twist. So you can do this to just straighten it out. And then once it'll like start to twist on you, you just want to hold the middle and keep this twisted the whole time and just wrap it around. Okay. And then once you have it wrapped all the way to the end, I take the piece that's left and I tuck it in the bottom. And then you have it hanging here, so then you want to tuck it in the next one. But you want to make sure that you don't pull this piece, because it's here, and if you pull this, then it starts to take away that bottom ring. So instead of pulling it, you just want to tuck it into each ring until you get to the top. And so the piece is here, and so I'm just kind of hiding it by fluffing the knot and fluffing the fabric up there. I'm just hiding that piece that I tucked inside. And you can squeeze it to kind of make it taller. You can push it to flatten it down. This one is extremely large because the piece of fabric was very big. You can also, once you've tied it, you can also hot glue inside of here to make it stay, and you can hot glue in each section to make that piece stay inside. But I prefer to reuse the fabric. So say I made this top knot for my daughter, but then say next year for Halloween, I want it to be a bow, or I want to put a bow on a clip or something, then I can reuse the fabric. So that's the only reason that I don't hot glue mine. Like I said, it will give you extra security there in the top knot, but I prefer to not, even though sometimes I do have to retie them because they do come undone. This way I can reuse the fabric. So yeah, so that is how I tie a top knot.